What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? I don't know what day it is. My days are all confused, man. It is Wednesday, December 14th. Christmas is right around the corner, my friends. What's on your Christmas list this year? Anything Star Wars? It doesn't have to be Star Wars. I don't ask for Star Wars. What do I need? What do I need? That's Star Wars. The only thing that I think I want Star Wars is there's like a really cool wood crafted like Oga's Cantina sign on Etsy that's like 12 by 12. It's like a replica wood laser engraved sign of Oga's Cantina that I think is just so goddamn cool that I think would be really cool in my office. But yeah, I don't need that. What do I need? I don't know. Some socks. I'm not a man of need. I don't want and wish for things, which drives my wife crazy when it comes to Christmas, because she asks me a million times what I want. What do I want? And I say, I don't need anything. And she says, I know, you say that all the time, but what do you want? And in my head, I'm like, I don't really want anything. I don't know, man. I don't even know what I've told her. I don't know. Welcome, guys. Good to see everybody. Let's hang out for like 30 minutes to an hour. Let's shoot the shit. The topic of conversation, and you guys know how these things go. We never stay on topic, which is beautiful. But the title of the stream is, what's your all-time favorite Star Wars thing? I mean, that can be a possession of yours. That can be a movie. That can be a... What is your favorite... When you think of Star Wars, what is the first thing that pops into your mind? Can be anything. Can be a show, a movie, a game, a toy, anything. Can be a lunchbox. Doesn't matter. When you think of the wars, what pops in your head? I don't know. Rodrigo Bessa, thank you so much for the first super chat and channel support of the stream. It is hilarious that you bring up Star Wars Galaxies to me. Well, first of all, Rodrigo says, easy, Star Wars Galaxies Bloodfin Forever. That's the server that me and you were both on, apparently. So yeah, Star Wars Galaxies, I'm right there with you, man. It is my all-time favorite Star Wars game. And what blows my mind, Rodrigo, is that next year, the year 2023, I'm not feeling too good. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. I'm feeling a little under the weather. Oh well, push through. I have a little Knob Creek in a glass right here to soothe my my sore throat and my aches. That's how it goes. I come in contact with so many sick people that it blows my mind that I'm not sick more often. But yeah, so Star Wars Galaxies next year is going to be the 20th anniversary of that game. It blows my mind. I can still vividly remember the first night me and my buddy had a LAN party playing that game. We went to Walmart at midnight to pick up a copy the night it was released, and it wasn't on the shelves yet, and we had to go and ask somebody, the stocker, like, do you guys have this? And he had to go in the back and get a box and get it out of the box for us, because they hadn't put it on the shelf yet. But yeah, I was on Bloodfin as well. Probably just because, like, 16-year-old me, 17-year-old me just thought the name of the server sounded cool, right? There was no reason or method or madness as to why I picked that server. It's not like... I don't even know where that server was located. It could have been located in Japan for all I know, man. It might have been the worst pinging server for my location. I just thought the name was kind of rad. But, yeah, I love that game so much. But, cheers. I am planning... I've thought about this extensively, Rodrigo. I've made Star Wars Galaxies videos a few times in the past. But I will be making a 20-year anniversary Star Wars Galaxies video. I don't know if anything new I'll talk about. I might, I've thought of doing it very different than other videos in the past. My Star Wars Galaxies videos, that is. And what I mean by that is actually like, talking about the game, but also attempting to interview people who worked on the game. Not only that, have discussions and conversations with some of my friends who I used to have LAN parties with back in the day with Star Wars Galaxies. So I think a 20-year anniversary video of my all-time favorite Star Wars game that includes a bunch of different elements like that would be a really fun grab bag of Star Wars Galaxy's 20-year anniversary content. My time is very short and limited. I don't know how I'll make that work, but I think the game was released in the summer of 2003 rather. Let me see exactly what date. Star Wars Galaxy's release date. Okay, so June 25th. I'll plan on June 25th. You'd think that'd be plenty of time, right? We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, welcome, guys. Topic of conversation: what's your all-time favorite Star Wars thing? What's the first thing that pops in your mind when you think of Star Wars? Can be a game, can be a movie, can be a show, can be a toy, can be whatever the hell you want it to be. Yeah, man. For me, it's A New Hope. I think it's always changing based on whatever memory pops into my head, right? Yeah. Ryan, any hype? Ryan Keefe. Ryan says, any hype? Star Wars trailer always takes me back. That's my favorite thing. You like Star Wars trailers? Yes. It's interesting that you say that, because frequently I go back and I watch Star Wars trailers, and it's like a time machine. Like when I watch that little tiny stamp trailer, the first ever sneak peek, the first ever teaser trailer for The Phantom Menace, that was like, I don't know, 128 by 128. I don't even know what the resolution was, but it was so tiny. It came out in 1998, or it might have been 98. It was either 98 or 99. But I'll watch that, and it just, again, it's a time machine. It brings me back. Same thing with like the build up to the Force Awakens. Like I'll watch that first teaser trailer. There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? And I'll just it brings me back to that build up, that anticipation. It is like a little nostalgia time machine, you know. But Connor, do you watch other Star Wars YouTubers? No, I don't watch much YouTube at all. And I really don't watch much Star Wars YouTube. The most that I ever do is, you know, occasionally I'll go on YouTube and I'll search for Star Wars, and I'll either listen or listen a little bit to an interview that somebody's done, or I'll filter it for live streams. What I like to do is like just, you know, type Star Wars into YouTube, filter it for live streams that are going on right now, and I'll pop into, if like Star Wars Explained, Alex and Molly are building a Lego kit or whatever, you know, I'll say hey and I'll watch a little bit of it, but I don't really watch much. I mean, I don't watch much YouTube to begin with. At least not like, maybe not in the sense that you guys do. I have like 4 YouTubers that I watch, and it's just shit like Red Letter Media or Good Mythical Morning. Me and my wife like to watch them every day. Not every day, but, or like Worth It, you know, or random news clips, random interviews that I just searched for with NASA astronauts and stuff like that. But no, I don't really follow a lot of YouTubers or a lot of Star Wars YouTubers, but, you know. Now, when we're gearing up for a movie or a new show, yeah, I'll start maybe watching some more stuff here and there, but mostly when I'm gearing up for a new show or movie, I usually maybe flip on a podcast or something like that. I don't know, Steel Saunders or is it Across the Galaxy? Is that what it's called? I should, with Pete? I don't know. I can't. That's horrible of me. Do I not have it on my phone anymore? I recently had to uninstall my podcast app. And you ever done that and then you forget all the shit that you used to have on your phone, like your podcast you used to subscribe to, the Bombad Cast, yeah, that kind of stuff. But anyway, Vader is my favorite Star Wars thing. Murking Savage, there you go, man. One of the best things as a 90s kid. So who is this? The channel formerly known as President CM. What is CM? Says one of the best things as a 90s kid is the 90s Star Wars stuff. Yeah, Power of the Force. I have a ton of those. Action figures and vehicles and stuff like that. Boxed up. I at a certain point, I did take them out for my daughter to kind of check out and play with. But, you know, she's not really into action figures or dolls or toys or things like that. All she wants to do, man, is like jump off of furniture and run around and throw stuff, which is cool. It's kind of unexpected, but it's awesome. But yeah. I'm going to call you CM. You know, I'm 36. So I was born in 86 and I grew up in the 90s, and I'm sure every generation goes through this period. Every person that maybe reaches my age and older, gets to this point where you start kind of like reminiscing about growing up and the aesthetic of things. I mean, there's been nights where like I'll just turn on a 30-minute 1994 TV commercial compilation video on YouTube. And me and my wife will just sit there and be like, holy shit, I remember that Pizza Hut commercial. You know what I mean? You kind of start like, I don't know, reminiscing. Is that what a midlife crisis is? Am I old enough to have a midlife crisis? I don't feel that at all, but I'm not going to go out and buy a car. Maybe the extent of a midlife crisis for me is buying some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle socks from Spencer's. But yeah. Anyway. Merkin Savage, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I don't know if you meant to type a little message in there or if you wanted to be a silent supporter, but I appreciate the hell out of it all the same. And Ryan Keefe, thank you as well for the channel support. Is that your puppy? Is that a husky? The icon is really small. Oh, cute. I would love to have a husky, but I live in Florida, and if I walk outside and it's too goddamn hot for me, I think it would be way too goddamn hot for a husky here. You know, I wouldn't do that to a dog. But Ryan says, thanks for being the best, dude. Take care. Well, cheers. I appreciate that. I don't know if you'll hear this, but I'm cheersing a little glass of an early Christmas present. Early Christmas present. Knob Creek. It's not, what is it? Knob Creek. There's a name for it, I think. Knob Creek. My wife gets it for me. It's just Knob Creek Maple Bourbon. She gets it for me every Christmas and every birthday. It's delicious, man. But cheers, I appreciate that. Brandon said, what's up, Brandon? Who's your favorite football team? I'm guessing Dolphins or Bucks. Nope, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've been a Jags fan. We moved here in like 1999, and I started watching the Jags extensively, getting into them probably in 2007. So yeah, I followed the Jaguars for a while. When I was in the Navy, I actually used to have season tickets. I had season tickets for like 4 or 5 years. Me and my whole family did. And this is the first season in a long time that I felt positively about them, where I actually want to watch games. You know, we haven't been completely blown out. We've lost by the skin of our teeth like every single game this season. It's always been close. Yeah, it's promising. They're promising. My Lego Star Wars collection. Nice, Adam. Nice, man. Yeah, that's fun. I don't have a lot of Lego stuff. What I do have Lego wise, Lego actually sent me. They sponsored a few videos in the past, and they sent me some really cool stuff that I put together. But that's the extent of my Star Wars Lego stuff. It was really fun to put together. I hadn't put together a Lego kit, a Lego set in, decades. So when they sent me over like the collector's edition A-Wing to put together, it was kind of meditative. You know, I put some music on, built it. It was neat. They sent me over a little Boba Fett helmet. They sent me I don't remember what they're called, but the portraits. It's like just a square, like the size of a vinyl, like an album, maybe bigger than that. And it can either be Darth Maul, Darth Vader, or the Emperor. And depending on which, instructions you follow, that's who you build. I built Vader, but I think that's those three. I think that's all I got. But yeah. I don't really collect anything. I've never been a collector. The only things that I do collect, I guess, are like mugs, coffee mugs, and pint glasses from places that I've been. Like, I don't just have a bunch of random ass coffee. I do to a certain extent, but they're just not like random Star Wars coffee mugs. They're places that I've been. Coffee mugs from. Basically every country that I've ever been to: Guatemala, Cuba, I have Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia, London. Got one from, I think it's London. It's not just blanket England. I think it's London. I have one from Stonehenge, Mexico. Yeah, just places that I've been. Mexico. Yeah, just places that I've been. Cities, Star Wars Celebration, shit like that. But anyway, let me take a quick sip. Gotta love it. Caleb Custom Bricks, thank you so much. My voice went up. Caleb Custom Bricks. Caleb Custom Bricks, thank you so much for the super chat, channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. I love this song. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Caleb says, hey man, been watching you for years. Wanted to give you a little something. I know it's not much. Thanks for your channel. Star Wars 77 is my favorite. Anything helps, man. I appreciate the hell out of it all. Cheers, Caleb. And thank you so much more importantly, thank you for watching all these years. You've been around for a long time. And it's always cool to see familiar faces and know that we've all, gotten older, grown together. Our views have probably changed, and it's kind of neat that this channel is like this little time capsule of my life, my personality, things that have happened to me and to Star Wars, and we talk about it all, and it's always cool to see familiar faces and people that have been around for a decade still watching the channel, popping in from time to time and saying hello. We all rode this exciting wave together, the build up to new Star Wars. And this channel started in 2011, before Disney acquired the franchise, before there was ever any kind of hint of new future Star Wars projects. So like for a solid year, this channel existed without any kind of knowledge of there being future Star Wars projects. So we were just shooting the shit about, Star Wars that already existed, and it was kind of neat. And then a lot of you guys got along or hopped on the train and went along for the ride to on this exciting new journey, But cheers, Caleb. Thank you so much for tuning in all these years, and I appreciate the hell out of that support. And Star Wars 77 is my favorite as well. A New Hope. I'm fine with calling it A New Hope. I'm not one of those guys, but yeah. It's when I think of Star Wars, I don't think of Jedi, I don't think of Sith, I don't think of the Force as it is depicted in a lot of like, I don't think of the Force as it's depicted in like the Force Unleashed or the prequels even, or the Clone Wars. I think of the Force as like, as it's explained in The Empire Strikes Back, basically, you know. But when I do think of Star Wars, I think of, you know, blasters, the Sith, the cantina rather, stormtroopers, swindlers and smugglers, you know, seedy underbelly stuff. So there's a lot of that in A New Hope, you know. So yeah, it's my favorite, man. Anyway, cheers, man. Stop making me feel old. Hey, man, it's the train that has no brakes, right? Time. And we're all along for the ride. It's kind of beautiful. Kind of is. I don't know. Stranded J, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well this evening. Or morning, or afternoon, wherever you guys are on planet Earth. Stranded J says, hey, Greedo, super sick with a terrible flu and hiding from the wife in the basement. Your stream helps a bit. Happy holidays. Right back at you, man. That's a bummer. I at the tip top of the stream, I told everybody I was feeling a little under the weather. Me and my wife have something, a little bug. We're both feeling achy, got a little bit of the chills. You know that kind of super dry throat feeling that you have when you're kind of sick, like you cannot quench your thirst. I got that right now, but I've had it for a few days. I come into contact with so many sick people. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. People puking on me and coughing in my face and shit like that. But yeah, I hope you start feeling better, man. It's weird whenever I get sick, you know what I crave? I never eat this. I never eat bullshit like this, but whenever I get sick, even since I was a kid, I crave a Whopper from Burger King. It's disgusting. My first job ever was Burger King. So I know trust me, it's disgusting. But for whatever reason, man, whenever I feel sick, I always crave a Whopper. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, Stranded, Mr. J, I hope you start feeling better. That sucks. That's no fun. Maybe if you're up for it, play a little bit some video games. I don't know. I tried to play Cyberpunk last night. My wife went to bed. I was like, I'm gonna utilize my night off, and I'm gonna play some Cyberpunk. Dude, I felt like way shittier last night. B, I was really tired because I got like 4 hours of sleep the night before. And I sat on the couch. I played for about 30 minutes. And then the next thing I know, I opened my eyes and it was like midnight. And I was like, oh shit, I've been asleep on the couch for an hour. I still had the controller in my hand. The game was still up. Yeah, anyway, Jay, I appreciate that, man. Cheers. Dylan Compton, what's up, man? Did you no, I didn't get myself a Whopper. I don't, no, I haven't done that. I haven't indulged in that since I was a kid. I rarely, if ever, eat fast food, usually only on road trips. I don't know. I try to eat really clean and healthy all the time. But my first job, you said your first job was Wendy's, and you still crave Wendy's. Well, Wendy's, man, I would put it up against some of the best, like, I don't know, like Five. I think it's better than Five Guys. I think it's better than Shake Shack. No, not Shake Shack. I think Shake Shack has the best, like, it's not, I mean, Shake Shack is fast food. People try to say it's not. It's fucking fast food. I think Wendy's is like one of the best fast food burgers. Hands down, by far. It's like, so You know, if you have a Burger King next to a Wendy's, who the fuck is going to go to Burger King over Wendy's? Wendy's is so much better. It's the same thing as like if you have a Firehouse Subs next to a Subway. Who the fuck is going to go to Subway? Subway is ass. No, my first job was Burger King, though. I was 15. And it's... So the way it's... I'm sure it's still the same. Nothing's changed. But the way a Burger King burger is made... Let me explain this to you. Okay. So you order a Whopper. Okay. The people in the back... And they go into the freezer, and Burger King Whopper patties come in like this long tube. And every tube has, like, I don't know, maybe 30 patties all frozen together. And you have to snap a patty off. You snap a bunch of patties off, snap, 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 or pry them off with a knife if you have to, because they always stick together. And you put the Burger King patties on what I would describe as like a conveyor belt. And they slowly slide across this conveyor belt. And yeah, it's like it gets licked by flames. And I don't know, it might take 10 minutes, but it just goes on this like grill top conveyor belt that is just moving slowly across these flames. And then when it hits the exit, when it hits the end of its journey, it hits this chute, like a luggage chute. And it just greasily slides down this metal luggage chute onto all the other patties that you put on there. And it just plop there. That's how a Burger King Whopper is made. It's fucking gross. So, yeah, if you have another choice, go somewhere else. It sucks. Burger King sucks. I would not know these secrets if I did not work there 21 years ago. The secrets of the trade, my friend. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of fast food restaurants do it that way, but yeah. I mean, I can't. I would rather have I think I would rather have a Dairy Queen burger. Wendy's patties come in a tube as well, but they're separated by some non-stick paper and they're not frozen. We really cook it raw on the grill. That sounds horrendous, though. Dude, again, Wendy's hamburgers are the best fast food burger. They're better than Jack in the Box. They're better than, what's the one that everybody raves about out in LA? What is it? I can picture what it is. I mean, it has like the same color as McDonald's. LA Burger chain. What's it? Maybe it didn't originate out there. What is it called? It's not Jack in the Box. It's not Shake Shack. It's In-N-Out. Thank you, Mr. Hutt. Yeah, In-N-Out. Better. Wendy's is better than In-N-Out. I was out in LA for EA Play, and I was like, I've never had In-N-Out. Gotta check this out. Gotta do it. And I walked from my hotel room to In-N-Out, got a burger and some fries, and then I ate it, and I was like, okay. I guess I'm glad I did this. I guess. I should have gone to Wendy's. Yeah, anyway. About 600 Ewoks says, all-time favorite Star Wars thing, I'd have to say some actual fur from the Chewbacca suit seen in Episode 3 directly from Angie Mayhew. No kidding. One of only 4, including Angie, that has some. No shit. That's pretty incredible. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty neat, man. I guess the coolest things to talk about my stuff. I don't have anything that cool that's so close to the movies, but I do have a set of A New Hope Stormtrooper armor. That is, it's like the stunt armor. So if you ever, maybe you're familiar with this, maybe you're not. You know how in A New Hope, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker's, when they put on the Stormtrooper armor, their helmets look a lot different than all the other Stormtrooper helmets. Maybe you've never noticed it, but do a quick Google search. Those are called like A New Hope Stormtrooper Hero armor. I have a New Hope Stormtrooper stunt armor. My armor was molded from like the original Star Wars A New Hope molds. I wasn't using the movie, but it is molded from those molds. So I have a set of 501st approved, screen accurate Star Wars A New Hope stunt armor. Had it since like 2013 or something like that. I love it. It's pretty cool. I also have a signed Dave Prowse print, which is kind of cool. I have a signed Greedo action figure. I have a really cool, like, I think only 4 of them were made by somebody connected with EA, but a Cal Kestis lightsaber. And they sent me one. Like, I'm not worthy. I don't know why they picked me out of all the other YouTubers and stuff like that. I'm very appreciative. It's cool. It's cool as shit. It's I've been trying to find a good place to display it. My office isn't done, but I just need to get some more shelves and stuff like that. But yeah, I have some cool. I think one of my favorite things in my office, one of my favorite things I have, is it's not Star Wars related. It's a so Gene Kranz was one of the flight directors during the Apollo program over at NASA. He was with NASA since the conception, the Mercury days. But he's kind of a personal hero of mine. I love his leadership style. And I sent him a letter in the mail a couple of years ago, I think. And told him how much I appreciated his leadership style. Told him what I was doing with my life, firefighter, all that stuff, and how I really took his interviews and his leadership lessons to heart. And he sent me a signed picture, personalized it. He sent me 2 signed pictures, actually, personalized them. And then he sent me, so one of them's hanging over my computer monitor. You've probably seen it in a video. And he also sent me a print, like a printout of the, one sec. Thanks, Emma. 1 sec. He sent me a print of like the tenets of mission control. At the top it says failure is not an option. Gene Kranz. You might know him from Ed Harris played him in Apollo 13. The flight director in Apollo 13, wore the vest, but the real guy is my hero. He sent me that and he signed it. Failure is not an option. He personalized it to me and signed his name, and it's just so cool, man. I have something like that from a personal hero of mine is kind of mind-blowing. But anyway, yeah. Evans Media and Emma Equinox, thank you guys so much for the super chats and channel support. I greatly appreciate that. Evan says, "Hi Greedo, my favorite Star Wars thing is my Black Series Vader helmet. I'm going to Galaxy's Edge in February, and I'm getting a build-your-own lightsaber." Nice, man. Have you been there before? I love it there. It's great. Just walking around. Like, so me and my family, we got season passes to Disney World this year. We got them back in October, and we've gone a bunch because we only live 2 hours away from Disney World. So, we'll drive down, make a day out of it, drive back the same day, or just get a hotel room and just kind of be lazy and then go to the park the next day. We've done that a bunch. And every time, we've gone to Hollywood Studios 3 times, I think, since we've had the passes. But every time, just walk through Galaxy's Edge. Not much there that my daughter can do. She's 4.5. She hasn't been on the Millennium Falcon ride. She hasn't been on Rise of the Resistance. She has been on Star Tours, and I was a little nervous of her going on it just because it is loud and jerky. But dude, she threw her hands up like she was on a roller coaster, and she was going woo, and she was loving it. But Galaxy's Edge is a lot of fun. That's gonna be your first time. Nice. Yeah, it's a really good time, man. Me and my wife actually had a little date weekend, and we went to Hollywood Studios, just the two of us. My daughter stayed with my parents, and we rode all the big people rides that my daughter couldn't, and we ended up scoring reservations at Oga's Cantina, and we got way too fucked up. They told us there was a 2-drink minimum. Yeah, I don't know if the bartender just liked us or whatever. But we each got 4 drinks, which is against their policy. So I don't know how we swung that. But it was super cool, man. So yeah, enjoy it. I've never built my own lightsaber. I don't know if I will. It's a little pricey for my blood. But if you've never been and you don't have the opportunity to go like as much as we do, yeah, you might as well, right? It seems like a pretty cool experience. And who knows, maybe when my daughter's older, she'll want to do something like that, and I'll be all for it. But, yeah. Anyway, cheers, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it goes. You could bring your Vader helmet and take a cool picture in front of the Falcon. That'd be kind of neat. Which Galaxy's Edge are you going to? Are you going to the one in California, or are you going to the one in Orlando? I've been to both. They're identical. They're identical. But yeah, anyway. I appreciate it, Evans. And Emma Equinox, thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support as well. Emma says, you are worthy, King. What is that? Is that a crown? It looks like or is that a robot? Is that a robot face? I can't tell. The icon is so small. Worthy? I'm just some dipshit who talks about Star Wars on the internet maybe a couple hours a month. But Emma, I appreciate the hell out of that channel support and the kind words. I don't know what to say. I think that's a robot. Oh, it's a crown? Okay. I'm wrong. So on my screen, the yellow, I think it's the same on your screen too. The yellow of the super chat background blends in with the yellow of the crown, or what I thought was the robot face. So it's all just one shade of yellow almost to me. That's funny. But I appreciate the hell out of that. Thank you so much. And thank you for saying I'm worthy. Again, I'm just some guy who does this for fun. You know, occasionally talks about Star Wars on the internet in between my job. But cheers, Emma. I appreciate that. I'll do a little Knob Creek bourbon cheers into the microphone. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm not going to do it too hard because I don't want to spill bourbon all over my microphone. That'd be bad news. Celador, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Celador says, the fact that you go on funny rants how it's made BK style is why I became a member. Keep shooting the shit and happy Saturnalia. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Have it your way. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. That's not even the same restaurant. Why did I think that was the same restaurant? Burger King is have it your way, right? No, you can't have it your way. You can't. You can't. Because I remember when I was 15, somebody ordered a Whopper with no pickles on it. And what did this guy do? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. What did this guy do? He put like 30 pickles on this lady's fucking Burger King Whopper. You're not going to have it your way if there's disgruntled 15-year-olds behind the counter. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's not even the right... They don't even have a jingle, do they? Have it your way. Burger King. Have it your way. Yeah, that's what I like doing. That's why I like... that's the point. That's why I enjoy streaming, man. It's because... Yeah, sometimes we have a topic, but we never stay on topic. And that's what's fun about this stuff, is because some days we're talking about, I mean, some days somebody asks me a question about being in the military, and then I talk about it for like 20 minutes, and I have people ask me questions that are thinking about joining, or people are curious about the career I'm in now, or we talk about Burger King, or old video games, or 90s nostalgia, or whatever, something in the news, or beliefs, you know. That's how, that's what makes this fun. You know, it's a conversation, and I'm not a robotic guy, and I don't want these streams and stuff like that to feel robotic or like a checklist of things we have to talk about. You know, I enjoy just shooting the shit and rolling with whatever topic comes up, you know. But cheers, Celador. I appreciate that. Burger King sucks ass. Emma says, hey, your positivity and outlook on Star Wars, even valid criticism, is always refreshing in these trying times of people just hating on every single thing. It's not much, but it's honest. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I've always said, you know, the modern Star Wars and Star Wars before Disney's acquisition, not very different to me. You know, in the past there was a lot of Star Wars that I liked and a lot of Star Wars that I didn't like, and it's kind of the same now. There's a lot of new modern Star Wars that I like and a lot of modern Star Wars that I don't like. So, you know, for me, not much has really changed. Now, maybe if I was younger, and I was younger when the prequels came out, and you know, maybe I would go into the new movies and be like, it doesn't feel like Star Wars. I mean, that's the same shit that people said, original trilogy fan. That's the same shit that I said back in the day when the prequels were coming out, you know? Obviously, at the age of 36, I'd like to think that I've grown a more level head, and I've rounded out my I've become more understanding with all of this shit, how it's a generational thing, you know? A lot of the hating on every single thing that you see on YouTube, especially, you know, people pumping out a video every single day, bitching and moaning about something. There's money in that, you know. There's money in that, and if your livelihood, if what keeps a roof over your head is talking about this stuff, well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna make a video every single day complaining about stuff that you don't like. I've never wanted to do that. That's why, like, it's always been nice to have this healthy relationship with YouTube, where it's never been like my main gig. It's always just been a fun thing that I do, you know, from time to time. I'm not a very prolific uploader by design, because if it ever feels like a job, then I kind of want to take a step back, you know. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate that. I remember, Andrew, what's up, Andrew? Andrew says, I remember when Burger King had the BK Stacker, which was a quadruple patty. I don't remember that at all. Oh my God. Imagine going to Burger King and ordering 4 of those shitty ass frozen patties. Can you please put 4 shitty ass frozen patties in between 2 shitty ass slices of bread? Please. Please. Oh, come on. We're better than that, human beings. We're better than that. No, I feel the same way, Emma, for sure. I love how we're all collectively on this Burger King topic. Yeah, name a shittier burger fast food joint. I think McDonald's is better than Burger King. At least it's got some, I don't know. At least they put a sauce on it, on a Big Mac. I mean, I'm sure it's all made the same. Frozen ass shitty patties and whatever. Nah, Burger King sucks. Burger King sucks. I remember when Burger King had like steak fries. I think that was in like the 90s. I remember them changing them. Let me look this up. I'm just gonna rename this live stream to Burger King Sucks. Be on the lookout. Burger King steak fries. 90s. This isn't a false memory, is it? Old Burger King French fries. Okay, maybe they weren't exactly steak fries, but I'll have to look. I don't know. I'll have to look this up. Another 98. 97, 98 is when they changed them. Sonic is worse than PK. Sonic. Yeah, I've maybe had Sonic once or twice in my life. And it's been a long time. They built one near my parents' house when I was like... it was probably like 2003, 2002. I don't know. Never really went there. So yeah, I can't really comment on that. It's because Burger King made Star Wars drinking glasses for the original trilogy. It all makes sense. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Yeah, occasionally, man, I'll look up like old that was for the special editions, right? Burger King Star Wars glasses. Maybe they're older than that. Oh, 1977, 1983. Okay, yeah, I've seen these. Yeah. They're cool looking. They're really cool looking. If you want to spend $60 on 4, I guess, you know. I guess that's not too bad if like you want some cool 1983 Return of the Jedi Burger King glasses, like actual glasses. Drinking glasses, not vision glasses. They're cool looking. But I know what would happen. I'd buy them, open them up, and I would break one the next day. Clumsy. Raisin Canes. I've heard of it. I've never been to one. I don't know where they are. Thoughts on Luke and Ahsoka being a couple? I've never even thought about it. Is that like a internet? Is that like a Raylo thing? Is that like a internet thing? I've never thought about it. I don't really think I'd want it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so, Emma. She says, I feel like fast food joints never do cool promo events anymore. Do they even do toys? Maybe I just never go inside anymore. It's not as advertised as it used to be at all. I remember back in the day, there'd be like big window stickers and stuff like that promoting movies and whatnot, their toys. You don't really see that anymore. They do still do toys and like kids meals. When we were coming home from Disney a couple weeks ago, you know, it was late and we just wanted some dinner, so we went to McDonald's, and we got our daughter a kids meal, and it was the new Wakanda movie. She got I mean, she has no idea what that is. She got I don't really know what that, like the Wakanda, Black Panther, like a little action figure kind of thing in it. But, yeah. Oh, they're going to stop doing toys in 2025? Okay, interesting. I don't remember that at all, Fletch. Fletch says, I remember the days where you could get a little video game for certain movies, like Poor Man's Game Boy games. Like the little handheld I don't even know what they're called. But yeah, the little handheld video games. I used to have a few back in the day. I don't remember fast food joints having them. My buddy, I don't know if he still has it. I'll have to ask him. The guy that I saw, he's one of my best friends. He was in my wedding. The guy who, if you have my book, you saw a picture of him. The midnight premiere for Revenge of the Sith, he dressed up as Han, and I dressed up as Greedo. There's a picture of him. I did not censor his face. I asked him if he wanted me to. He said, no, don't worry about it. There's a picture of him in the book. But he actually had a 1999 big ass R2D2 Pepsi, like, I guess you would call it a cooler. You know how if you go to a gas station and maybe they'll have like a big ass Pepsi, like, vertical tube filled with ice and like bottles of Pepsi and shit like that stuck in it? That's what he had, but it was R2D2. He had that in college. He had that. I don't know if I doubt he still has that. R2D2 Pepsi cooler. I guess that's what you would call it. Yeah, here are some on eBay. 50-inch R2D2 Pepsi cooler, store rolling display, collectible with drain. They're expensive. They're like $400, $500, $600. When is this one? I'm going to Craigslist this. Maybe somebody locally is selling one. How about that? Let's look. Let's just... Jacksonville R2D2. Let's see. Nope. Somebody's selling Kenny Baker trading cards. That's kind of cool. Locally in Jacksonville. Kenny Baker and Anthony Daniels signed 8x10 in Jacksonville. That's kind of neat. Dining in restaurants used to be an experience. Now it's all about Uber Eats and DoorDash, Greg. We don't do that too often. Man, this stream has turned into a food stream, hasn't it? Well, during the pandemic and like in 2020, we did a lot of Uber Eats and whatnot. I'm sure everybody did. But we haven't, I would say, in a year. Well, we've probably done it maybe two times in the past year. It always is disappointing. It's like, last time we got Uber Eats, I got my kid a kid's meal from Firehouse Subs, and they forgot the drink, and they forgot, like, the apples, and so, like, there's, like, always, maybe, there's, like, always something missing, or... And it's always so much more expensive than if I just drove 5 minutes up the road and picked it up myself, I know you're paying for convenience, but it's like... Well, we could get, like, Firehouse Subs, me and my wife a sub, my daughter a kid's meal, and it'll be like $65. And I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that anymore. Every time we have done it, I get mad at myself and I'm like, why did I decide to do this? Why did I decide to do this? Again, I know you're paying for the convenience not to have to leave, but like, I don't know, take a 5-10 minute drive, listen to some tunes, pick up some food, and save $40. Oh, we're over an hour. This went by fast. We talked about nonsense, man. I love it. Let me think. Yeah, my next week's video review of a Burger King meal. Let me think. Let me look at my calendar real quick. So I work tomorrow. I'm off Friday and Saturday. I work Sunday. I'm off Monday and Tuesday. I don't know if you'll see me until after Christmas, to tell you the truth. My daughter is off for Christmas break all next week. And then a little after Christmas. So I probably won't have time to make any videos, or I might have time to do a couple streams here and there. Yeah, I probably won't see you guys until after Christmas, but that's how it goes. Anyway, cheers, man. All right, so that's it for me tonight, or this morning, or this afternoon, wherever you are on planet Earth. It's 8:43 p.m. for me right now in Florida. Yeah, man, this was a fun stream. I enjoy these. Just talking nonsense. And then we devolved into a Burger King conversation. I love it. Have it your way, my friends. All right, everybody. Thanks to everybody who hung out and shot the shit in the chat. Thanks to everybody who supported the channel through super chats this evening. Rodrigo, Merking Savage, Ryan Keefe, Caleb, Stranded J, Evans Media, Emmy Equinox, and Celador. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. All right, man. It's time for me to head downstairs and... Oh, shit. I got to get my clothes together for tomorrow. And, yeah, maybe have another glass of this Knob Creek. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.